Okay, YouTube, I'm back sharing a few things that I have learned about this system I just bought for my 2013 f250 Ford Lariat with Sync2. This is a Chinese brand Android tablet style touchscreen. There's a lot of different manufacturers of it, but there's only one person that makes it. People just put their name on it. The one thing it is it says it is plug and play with a Sync2. And before you watch the whole video and wonder, yes, it is a plug and play as long as you plug everything up correctly. When you open up the box, you get the head unit. You get all these wiring components individually bagged. And then you have the head unit. This is the back side. And then you have this diagram. There's no instructions to this thing. So I thought I would tell people what I learned to make it work. This wire right here plugs into your sync unit that plugs into here. The back of this, you take that little metal plate off. On the back of the old head unit, there's a module in the back for Sync2 that controls everything. There's 4 screws in it. It goes into these little holes right here. You'll see it on the back of your head unit from your stock unit. You take those screws out, you pull that unit off of there, and it's got a bunch of pins, and you remount it to the back of this unit. That's what makes the amps work. That's what makes the speaker work. You got to have that. That little sound box right there, that has to be plugged into the back of the unit. That's what gives you the sound when your backup beepers see something. One thing about this unit that I have learned, this RCA jacks, this unit is only inputs for cameras and other video stuff. It does not have any outputs to hook up a aftermarket amp straight to the head unit. You would have to go through the sync unit to hook up an amp. These USB cords here, there's 2 of them. That's how you hook up your iPhone or your Android. That SIM card right there, it works. I am using T-Mobile and it works. That microphone, I didn't use the microphone because it has an internal microphone. I didn't use the GPS in the beginning, but then I did hook it up because it wasn't working right. I did hook up the antenna for the 4G Wi-Fi stuff, and like I said, I am using T-Mobile. This is the back of the head unit. As long as you follow these instructions and plug everything in the way it says, it will work. It just takes a little bit of time to get it all put back together because you got to take it all out. Behind this head unit, what you have is your main screen for your sync screen, and then below it you have a CD player, which is the head unit. All of that has to come out. Every bit of that comes out. And then once you get all that out, you remount this head unit to this bracket. This is part of the head unit right here. This is what it looks like. But you mount it to this. So when you get all that done, you snap it back together. It works good. I haven't had any problems with it. It just took a little bit to get everything to work. One thing I've seen on the internet, people are complaining about, and there's only one way to fix it. I've been working on it for a while. Normally, if you do not put the SIM card in it, and you try to connect it to your hotspot on your phone, it will connect for a second or two. It will disconnect. Turn on that 5 right there. That is the hotspot of this unit. And then it will keep doing that back and forth, and you'll never get it to connect to your home Wi-Fi or your hotspot for any period of time. So the way I've found to make this thing work is it has to have a SIM card in it. And I have a T-Mobile SIM card in this, and it works perfect. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. It's just a data plan, and it works great. The main thing that you have to do with the SIM card is, I'll show you the SIM card here. This is the SIM card. You open this thing up. Let me get this thing opened up here. Well, hold on just a second. All right, this is the SIM card. You have to take that SIM card. It's a tiny SIM card with a big open space, but you have to put it in the bottom left corner, having it look like this. Bottom left corner. If you put it on to the other side over here, it will not work. Bottom left corner, it comes on, it works perfect. One thing you have to do once you install the SIM card is you have to go into the settings of the unit, go to the settings, hit save reboot. Once the system does that, it will come back on and you will get your data at the top. That's what happens. I just messed with it, so I'll have to reboot it. But other than that, it comes on and it works just like it's supposed to work. The main thing about this thing is it does not have outputs for sound, and the SIM card has to go in a certain way. Other than that, this thing is a plug and play. It works really good. I haven't had any issues with it. So if you have any questions, maybe something I didn't say, message me through YouTube, I guess, and I'll tell you what I've learned if it's something I can help you with. Thanks again, YouTube, for all the help you've ever gave me.